But firstly to the WNBL, last year's grand final saw one of the best matches in Australian basketball history when the Canberra Capitals, inspired by Lauren Jackson, pipped the Bulleen Boomers. With finals starting this week, those two teams are at the top of the tree again. However, the Boomers look like the team to beat this year. Carrying their hopes is young centre Liz Cambage, who has risen to new heights after last year's World Championships. We've followed Cambage's rise with interest on contact sport. Last week she led the Boomers against the Dandenong Rangers and Bulleen was playing for top spot. To add to the pressure on her, American teams have been visiting to watch her play. The franchise with the #1 pick at next month's WNBA draft, Minnesota, has already been here. Now, it's been widely reported Minnesota will draft college graduate Maya Moore, although they technically could still go for Cambage at the last minute. The team with the #2 pick is Tulsa Shock, and the Shock's owner was courtside last week to watch Cambage. He wanted to make a good impression and brought with him assistant coach US basketball megastar Teresa Edwards, who has won no less than 4 Olympic gold medals. Adding to the pressure on Cambage was the presence of Canberra and Australian national coach Carrie Graf, who doesn't want Cambage to go to the US at all next year so she can prepare for the London Olympics with the Opals teammates in Australia. Now, if all that makes sense, I spoke to all of the players of this basketball tug-of-war drama last week. Cambage, for her part, played one of her best games and is smiling all the way to the playoffs. And by the end of the night, she gave us a strong indication of where she'll be heading next.
Huh? Yeah. Huh?
But Big Liz takes the rebound and goes straight back up to the 2-point. But Big Liz Cambage intercept. She's big. She's got the body in there and she's switched on. That's 4 points for Liz. Rolling the ball into Cambage. 2 steps inside the key and
How do you guard a 6'8" girl that can now put the ball on the floor?
I think I've matured a lot on and off the court and got really game smart as well. And also just working on little things like my defensive game and more post moves and just little things, all the little things add up. You just got to take every game just as another game. You can't get too worked up about it and you can't take it too easy. I've taken games too easily before and, you lose them. But yeah, it's just, keeping a good mentality about the game and going out there and playing as good as you can.
That ability just to spin on a dime.
It looks just effortless. One step and she's past everyone.
And that's half-time here at Dandenong. Bulleen couldn't quite get the last shot off. They lead by 16 points.
Did you really become super interested in Liz Cambage? Was it at the World Titles or before that?
We've been following her for probably about a year. I own the team, so our coaches do a lot more of the scouting than myself, but she just seems like such a great girl, and we're looking for great people, and that's what I really like about her. She's laughing and she's having fun, and that's why we got into it, and to have a great time, and so I think she would be a big fan favorite.
You've got #2 pick in the draft, I believe. So
we do.
It seems unusual to me for an owner to come such a long way just to do some scouting. Is it a done deal? Will she go at #2 at this stage?
We're still looking at it. I'll leave that up to the coaching staff. That's what they do, and we do what we do, but we're obviously very interested or we wouldn't have come this far, for sure. Absolutely.
It's only half-time in a really big match, and she's shot a lazy 20 points already, so...
Yeah.
She looks to please.
Yeah, she definitely looks to please, and she's playing against a good team too, So, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. Everybody here is great in Australia.
Teresa, what do you make of that short first half that we've seen and Liz Cambage? What do you think of it?
Well, it's not my very first time seeing her play, but being this up close and personal, I'm very impressed. I think her size, her agility, her ability to get up and down the court at her size and do what she does is impeccable right now. It's amazing.
Tell us what you think would be a great challenge for her coming from Australian basketball into the world's best.
Well, I just think from jump ball to finish, she's going to have to play the whole game very, very hard because the competition are going to all be at her level. And that's going to be a great challenge. And that's something that a player of her magnitude, usually they thrive on that, and I would look forward to seeing her grow in that capacity.
And she's young. Do you see her developing in any particular area?
Well, I honestly, she's so young, she's going to grow on her own. It's amazing how far she is at age 19. I think that it's just the potential is it's out of the box right now. When you watch her play at 19 and what she's doing already, there's just things that naturally just going to gravitate to her. There's things that coaches are going to begin to show her. And then there's her own ability to assess the game for herself and where she truly wants to be. That's going to continue to escalate where she's going to be. And to me, that's got to be exciting for her and everybody around her. Would I like to see her go to Tulsa? Without a doubt. I would love that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I got on my get 'em on. I got on my get 'em on. Brought my way to the front page. I got on my get 'em on.
Interesting to see some scouts from the US here tonight for Liz from Tulsa. Would you like to see Australian players go and play in the WNBA before London?
Look, I mean, every play is different. You know, it's my view as national coaches, our emerging talent Opals need to develop their game in this country. And clearly, from Opals' perspective, we want to have our team together as much as we can in the lead up to the London Olympics.
So you'd like to see Cambage stay another year and resist those offers for another 12 months?
Absolutely, and we've told Liz that we feel that she's in a great program. She's got Michelle Tinn's one of the Opals assistants, Tom Maher, a former Opals coach and an international coach. She's in a great program to develop her game. The WNBA isn't going away; it's going to be there for a long time. There's an Olympics around the corner that she's going to be a big part of. I'm sure Liz will make a decision that she feels right for her at the time, and we'll move forward in everything that we do and work with her in that when she's in the national program. And obviously, like I said, she's in a great program that's developing her game.
She loves all the drama. I mean, she would have liked dancing girls out there as well. She loves the whole thing. But no, she was unbelievable. Any scout sitting in there is going, that's it, that's the one. She was unbelievable.
What would your advice be to her after the season with London 12 months away to stay and build her game in Australia or go where she's wanted?
Make your own decision, mate, and live with it. That's what I think. I don't see either way as being, not a situation where she can grow. So, I think it comes down to the fact that I'd hate for her to think that, or to come back and say, oh, they told me this or they told me that. Look, young star talents have to learn how to handle it, not to avoid it. So she's got to learn how to handle these things and make decisions and not leave it to other people.
You can tell them that you got them from the boss dog. I got the hook up, look up and let the rain fall.
Have you been thinking much about the WNBA and the interest that the American clubs have shown in you?
I have been, and I'm going to make my final decision after the WNBL's finished. Just thinking about getting to the grand final and winning. That's my main focus at the moment.
It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Because America wants you, Australia wants you to stay for another year, and you've got to carry that all through the finals.
Yeah, it's a bit like tug of war at the moment, but going to keep good mentality and just think championship. Mum's been handling a lot of the pressure with coaches and with my manager and stuff, so she's been good, and just my whole family's been helping me out and supporting me.
What do you think about the London Olympics, and how highly do you rate that as a goal? Because obviously people in Australia want you to stay here for the benefit of the Opals as much as anything.
I think, London Olympics, that's my biggest goal in life, to be honest. And I think getting to the WNBA will be a major help for me to getting there. We're playing against Americans that, we'll have to play against at the Olympics, and going up against big, strong girls. And I'm not going to get that in the off-season here in Australia. So I think it's the best decision for me.
Lauren Jackson, come on, she has come in and taken over. By far one of the greatest players ever to play in the WNBA. And I think that's a testament to what foreign players do when they come in the league. She's the leader of that. And Liz is just right in line. It's going to be the opportunity to come and be a part of the draft, to be a part of the women's basketball at the world's greatest level. That's a brand in itself. She has a chance to captivate the entire world. And I don't think I did that. I'm one of these old pioneers. I can dig the ground and lay the groundwork, but now I can watch these young kids step into it. So I can't even imagine what it feels like, but I know what it is to look at it.
Right, well, good luck with carrying all that weight through the finals. Seems like you'll smile your way through anyway. And,
Yeah, I'll try. We're going to win it. We're going to win it. We're going to win.
Best wishes to Liz Cambage and all of the teams in the WNBL finals.